Welcome to today's broadcast. Kakra continues its empowering teaching titled The Art of Following under the subtitle Steps to the Faith of Abraham. The first step was receiving a word from God. Today he shares the second step to the faith of Abraham, knowledge about God. Let's join in.
Step number 2. The next step is your knowledge about God. The Bible says when the word came, Abraham knew 2 things about God. So Romans chapter 4 verse 17, let's read. As it is written, I have made thee a father of many nations. Before him whom he, Abraham, believed. Even God, who quickens the dead. Quickens means makes alive the dead. And number 2, calleth those things that be not as though they were. He knew 2 things. The first one was God quickens the dead or makes alive the dead. We call that resurrection power. He knew that God has resurrection power. And number 2, he knew that confession precedes manifestation. In other words, you have to confess something before you can see it in real life. In the world, we say seeing is believing. But in the Christian life, we said believing is seeing. 2 things. 2 things he knew. Your knowledge about God, it influences your faith. One day, we had a fundraising in our church when I was in Kumasi. I started with a certain figure, a high figure. Nobody was coming. And a man got up and came to the front. I was very happy because we were going to build. I said, oh, this one has done very well. I had faith that as he has come, he will pay the money. The money was very high. So when we closed, another gentleman came to see me and said, the man who came for that high offering, don't mind him. He can't give anything. Then I said, oh, why? And the man said to me, he's my driver. He has nothing. Immediately, my faith fell. When I didn't know anything about him, I had faith that he could do it. But now when I had knowledge that not knowing is somebody's driver, and the boss even didn't get up, and the boss told me that man, he has nothing, then I thought my faith was finished. If I was very disappointed. And when I saw him the other time, he didn't mind me, he just walked by. He never brought the money to. When I got to know about the guy, my faith just vanished. So your knowledge about people, it determines whether you have faith in them or you don't have faith in them. So people who don't have faith in God, they don't know much about him. If you knew much about him, I will tell you, you have faith. That's why Daniel 11:32 says, the people who know their God, they shall be strong and they shall do exploits. Knowledge. For you to have faith, your knowledge about God is critical. It determines what you think God can do and God cannot do. And the Bible says Abraham knew 2 things. The first thing he knew was God quickened the dead, or God has resurrection power. In the spirit realm, the highest level of power known to mankind is resurrection power. Up to today, people cannot bring the dead back to life. We have been to Mars. We've done so many things. Big companies, iPad, technology, medical advances, financial power, a lot of money, billionaires, computing. So from financial to physical to what economic to political power, none of these powers can still raise a dead man back to life. And the Bible says, Abraham knew that God had that power.
Thank you for joining us. Today we learned that the second step to the faith of Abraham is to increase our knowledge about God. Join us same time tomorrow for the continuation of this message. Before we go, here's a praise report to boost your faith. New job with a 45% salary increment. Hello, Prophet. Somewhere in November, I asked you to pray for me for my brother to get a job immediately after completing his national service. You replied and said you had prayed for him, and truly, God did it. He was retained at the organization where he completed his service. Immediately, he received his appointment letter. All salaries in the company were increased by 45%. Automatically, his salary increased too by 45%, though he was a new staff. God bless you for all your prayers. Thanks for your time. You can contact us, seek counseling, ask for prayer, order today's full-length message, or order books through the following means. Call us or message us on WhatsApp to +233 55 700 9010. Send an email to info@kakrabaden.org. You can also make a regular call or send a text to +233 20 7575 215. Our office hours are 10 a.m. to 1600 hours GMT. Finally, write to us, share your testimony and how this broadcast has been a blessing to you. Are you in need of money? Is there something you want to buy or someone you have to pay? Then this revolutionary book, Cryptocurrency by Kakra is what you are looking for. It will unlock sources of money you have but don't know you possess. You're just a book away from turning your finances around. Order the book Cryptocurrency, How to Profit from Free Labor through the following means. Place your order on Facebook by posting Order Cryptocurrency in the comment section or message window.